Okay, ladies and gentlemen of the press, we've been mandated by the National Executive Committee of our party to brief you on the outcome of our National Executive Committee meeting, which just ended. The meeting is a mix of physical and virtual meeting with all the governors, members of the National Assembly in the NEC, and Mr. President meeting physically in the council chambers, while other members of the National Executive Committee joined us virtually. We've been directed by the party, myself, Nasir Rufia, and His Excellency the Governor of Ondo State, Arakure, and my brother, the Governor of Imo State, His Excellency, hope to brief you, watching over us to make sure that we report what exactly happened is our National Secretary, Senator John Akpan Udeidehe. So the NEC of the APC met today, Tuesday, 8th of December 2020 at 11 a.m. and resolved as follows. Number one, the National Executive Committee of the party approves the extension of the tenure of the CECPC led by His Excellency Governor of Yobe State, Mai Malabuni, which expires on December 25th, 2020 for another 6 months period to terminate on 30th of June 2021. This is to enable the caretaker Executive and Convention Planning Committee to conclude its assignment as led before NEC. NEC has also donated its powers as enshrined in Articles 13.3, subsection 5, and 13.3, subsection 6 of the APC Constitution to the caretaker and Convention Committee. The second resolution, that NEC has approved the granting of waivers to persons who have recently joined our party and those desirous of joining the party in the nearest future. By this, such new members will enjoy all the benefits and privileges accruable by virtue of their membership of the party. So they will be able to contest for positions in the party, they will be able to contest elections without any requirement of being members for a number of years or period of time. The third resolution is that NEC approved the expulsion of Intufam Hilliard Etta from the party for flouting the directives of NEC to discontinue all litigation against the party and its members. Number four, NEC approved the immediate dissolution of the party organs at the polling unit, ward, local government, state, and zonal levels, as well as the non-National Working Committee component of the National Executive Committee, as well as their immediate reconstitution and composition of the dissolved ESCOs to serve in their respective offices in a caretaker committee capacity, but excluding the non-NWC members of NEC. And finally, the National Executive Committee of the party condemns in very strong terms the call by the PDP leadership and some of their cheerleaders for the resignation of Mr. President. NEC observes that security challenges, though regrettable, can only be addressed when all interests, civil and military, government and opposition, security forces, and indeed every citizen collaborate, irrespective of party affiliations. This is not the time to politicize security. These are the 5 resolutions of the National Executive Committee meeting of NEC, of the APC today. I have been directed to read them on behalf of the party, and my colleagues and the National Secretary are here to take any questions you may have. Thank you.
Of the party organs at polling units, wards, local government, and state, and at zonal levels, and non-NWC members of NEC. So those are the breakdown. So is party organs at units, wards, local government, state, and zones. Also, the non-NWC members of NEC were also dissolved. But as clearly stated, the NEC also resolved that those members, other than non-NWC members of NEC, are now constituted as caretaker committees in their respective positions.
Until we have
Constitution of APC allows you to certain privileges, including the opportunity to contest elections being sponsored by the party, that you must be a member of the party up to a minimum period of 2 years. Now, you will agree with me that APC is growing both in population and in popularity. And the excitement out there for people to join the party, particularly politicians who want to run for one office or the other. So that clause, of course, is what is being cured by the decision of NEC today, that if you join APC, whether you are a member for up to 2 years or not, that you will still have the right to participate and contest the election being sponsored by the party. So for me, it is an incentive that will enable new members and all members out there, intending members who will now want to run an election to join our party and then run the party under the sponsorship of APC. So on the second question of Imo North election, of course, the APC won. You agree with me that we had a very transparent primary election, and the candidate emerged, Frankie Bezim, and he was sponsored by the party. His name he was nominated, and his name forwarded to NEC, and then come this litigation by a member of the party. And within that short period, there was an interim court order, which has since been vacated by the appeal court. I think NEC is doing their internal workings now to be able to issue him with a certificate of return. So there is no ambiguity as to who is the senator-elect. The party has the right to sponsor whoever they chooses to sponsor, and the party sponsored Frankie Bezim as the candidate for that election, and our people came out in mass, voted for him. And today, to the glory of God, APC won the election.